right, staying in the region, out of cash, Hezbollah reportedly presented complaints regarding supposed lack of money transferring from its big patron, Iran. According to Israel's Khan broadcaster, in the last few months, senior Hezbollah figures in the Iranian Quds force been discussing how much funding resources Tehran could allocate to Hezbollah this year. Hezbollah asked for $2 billion, double the amount Iran was planning to provide, as in Iran still planned to provide $1 billion. Well, for more, we're now joined by Senior Fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, Mr. Benham Taleblu. Thank you very much, Mr. Taleblu, for your time. So, this is some big money.
That's right. This is some big money, but it should not be a shocking sum, certainly because of how battered and bruised Lebanese Hezbollah has become due to Israel's military successes over the past few years. But much more importantly, conflict or not, the Islamic Republic has always been cutting from the tables and the coffers of the Iranian people and giving to this transnational terrorist apparatus that it itself calls the Axis of Resistance. So whether you're Hezbollah or Hamas or what's left of the Shia militia infrastructure in Syria and more so Iraq, and of course the Houthis, you might get a Christmas bonus, but it's probably going to be smaller than expected this year.
So what does it tell us more broadly on Iran's ability to keep its proxies alive and kicking?
Well, again, this umbrella term for all the proxies, the axis of resistance, should be instructive here because these groups can't be successful in successful states. These groups really only function in failing or failed states, and therefore the cost to the Islamic Republic is considerable compared to what it could offer its own people, but it is actually marginal compared to the cost of building a conventional military force in each of these 4 or 5 different countries. So long story short, the Islamic Republic is able to find a path of least resistance, you could say, to keep the axis of resistance afloat here. And again, no matter the military wins of Israel and America over the past few years in the region, we have to remember that so long as these failed states exist, these folks with these hostile ideologies will become puppets of the highest bidder. And in this case, it's going to be Iran.
Yeah, this is the most prosperous route of investment for them, so to speak. Iran itself is moving and shaking, readying another round possibly. How could that affect the long-term axes of resistance?
Well, it depends a great deal here, what element Israel takes on militarily.
Yeah.
Certainly, folks in Israel know that the Islamic Republic is once again engaged in ballistic missile testing. As you remember, during the 12-day war, ballistic missiles were really the only element of the regime's deterrent triad that actually functioned. They landed blows against civilian targets quite a bit in the 12-day war. And certainly, if there is going to be a conflict, one is looking north again to Lebanese Hezbollah potentially after January 1st to see if Israel may first try to defang what's left of Iran's most powerful proxy before it moves again against the ballistic missile architecture, which is growing, by the way.